Good morning. It's time for the American education system to get the development it deserves. Many students and teachers do not feel the system that the way it is today fully prepares students for their future careers. Since the dawn of time, education has been evolving as our civilizations advance, and now coming from the No Child Left Behind, we are left with standards that don't always represent the needs of our today's students. Today I'll be informing all of you on the international faults of the education system, as well as some things we can do to continue to improve it. To reiterate, throughout this presentation, I will touch on standardized testing in the education system, accessibility, and the Common Core standards. But how does education and standardized testing work together to create these faults? First, standardized testing. Standardized testing is used as a way to measure whether or not the students are learning the correct information throughout their school year. But in 2015, 70% of the teachers in the National Education Association did not support their state exams and claim that they are not developmentally appropriate. According to Tim Walker, across high schools, students with high GPAs under 1.5 had around 20% chance of graduating from college. For students with GPAs 3.75 or higher, those chances were around 80%. Standardized testing also limits the mind. It strips students of their creativity, aiming to create students who will all come to the same answer using the same process. But it's not just tests, but the classes. Common Core standards. Students, including military children, move across states and are significantly held back by the varied standards of Common Core. Common Core is the state standards that students should know year by year. But it's not just families that relocate within our nation. According to Caputo, last year only 7% of New York City students with disabilities scored proficient or better in English, with a 12% in math. Students are being groomed to become college students, and they are judged from the moment they start taking tests and doing these assignments. These core standards are what the states use to decide which students will prevail in college and which really won't, and that can start as early as 3rd grade. This would all be easier if students had more access to proper education. The accessibility. Though America is a first world country, there is still work to be done. 34% of students are below the basic reading level as in 4th grade. That number may seem low compared to mathematics. In 2015, NAEP rated 40% of 4th graders, 33% of 8th graders, and 25% of 12th graders proficient or advanced in math. And that shows, this graph shows the 30%, 20%, 15, and 10 in the US. Students who live in low-income households are far more likely to not graduate from high school. This causes a ripple effect that continues through generations. They are forced to leave school and get jobs to help support their families. Not to mention, 40% of children living in poverty are not prepared when they reach primary or elementary school. These setbacks get worse through their education, and by the end of 4th grade, African American, Hispanics, and low-income students are already 2 years behind their regular grade level. In the near future, maybe some advancements could be set in motion for our American education system. I noticed that as we move forward, there are many adaptations that have been made and will be made to continue to better our nation. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Are there any questions? It's okay. Okay, thank you everyone for listening, and everyone have a great rest of your day.